Hi everybody and welcome back to Crypto Simplified. This is my second video today and I will be discussing District0x, the network for decentralized marketplaces and communities. Before I go on, thank you guys so much for the subscriptions, the likes, the comments and the reposts. It feels great to have you on board. Let's keep the conversations going. So let's dive right into this. So the communities and marketplaces on the District0x platform are called districts. What makes districts different to things like subreddits? Well, they're completely autonomous and you can actually have paid services on these. So you're segmenting the internet into certain types of services. The goal of this is to have very extensive repositories of data while keeping everything decentralized and having no hidden fees on these networks. The District Network Token, or DNT, is used to vote on this platform, and you can also propose new districts using these tokens. If enough votes have been cast, then the community agrees and builds the district. There are a few operational districts. I'll get to them a little later in this video. But first, let's see how does this all actually work. The District0x platform works as a trifecta of three different services. So I'll look at those services in detail. The first one is the Interplanetary File System, or IPFS. The token on this system is called Filecoin, and it was the largest ICO so far. $257 million came into the company in exchange for Filecoin tokens. The main purpose for this company is to enable the storage of files on unused hard disk space. Each file on the platform is given a unique identifying fingerprint, and the system also keeps track of modifications while removing duplicates from the system. They want to create a more permanent internet. So instead of scrubbing the internet and deleting what was there in the past, they can keep everything up and everything functional while not wasting hard drive space. This is an ambitious plan. And if you follow their page on GitHub, you can see there's been a lot of progress in the last few months. Admittedly, I haven't seen too many companies use this. If you do know of any services that use the IPFS system, please let me know. Next up, we're going to talk about the governance in the system, and that happens through Aragon. It's an ERC20 token that is designed to help solve disputes in borderless organizations. What they call it is digital jurisdiction, and this might work quite well for cut and dry issues. I think it's a bit of a tall ask to get strangers involved and solve your disputes, especially if it's quite a nuanced dispute or if this dispute involves sensitive information. For me, that doesn't really work, so I'm yet to be sold on the Aragon platform. I believe after the use case a company is trying to solve, the team is the second most important thing. At times, it might even be the most important facet of a company, because there are a lot of bumps in the road to starting up your own company. It requires a certain level of mental toughness to see out those difficult challenges, especially when you believe the odds are stacked against you. This team has been in the business for a while. They are fairly experienced, and a lot of them know each other from their time at Coinbase. So it's this past history of working together that's a bit of a positive. Through their LinkedIn pages, however, I haven't seen anything overwhelmingly positive in this core team to make me think that yes, this is an absolute dead certainty. I think this team will lose something great. But that doesn't mean that I don't think they could do something great, because they have a bunch of advisors on this team that are really solid. You have 2 venture capitalists and 2 other CEOs. So you've got leadership advice here, as well as the money if they need it. So if you look at the squad build-up, it seems like they do have quite a few of their bases covered. As I mentioned earlier, I will talk about a few of the districts on their platform, and they have 2 functional ones, and 1 will be coming in soon. I believe the most important one actually was released before this token was listed on any exchanges. In January of 2017, the ETHLance project was launched. This is a decentralized platform for freelancers, and there are no fees other than the gas fees to push across the Ethereum smart contracts. That blueprint of a platform without middlemen that enables services carries on with NameBazaar, where you can buy Ethereum-based name services. This is a lot like buying up URLs in the hope that someone might need it and that you can charge someone for it. It works a bit like an auction system where they go up in increments of 0.1 Ethereum. It's fairly expensive, especially looking at the recent rise in Ethereum's price, but this is a platform that does work. It is operational right now. The third platform, which is an upcoming platform, is something I have my reservations about. I don't think we need something like Meme Factory just yet. There are still lots of useful applications we need to explore on the blockchain before we actually get these absolute fluff applications. This platform is designed to create your own unique identifiable memes. Make of that what you will. Why do we need another meme platform to create memes and trade them? This is a bit, I don't understand this. This is just taking the whole rare Pepe idea to a whole other extreme that was totally not needed. So now that you know what this platform is all about, let's have a look at the price action for a little bit. You can see it's sort of been on a decline since that high in the middle of August. It was released on exchanges and it just shot up. But then after that point, it's not really been much to write home about. I've drawn a little rectangle over there on the chart. That is to signify this one run up it had since its initial listing, where the price went up in anticipation of the NameBazaar release. The release happened on the 31st of October, and from that point it just plummeted. It went down. The prices stayed more or less constant, but that isn't exactly what you're looking for in this market, because what you want when you invest is more Satoshi, not more USD, and you especially don't want to keep the same amount of USD. So this isn't exactly very exciting when it comes to price. The 24-hour volume is quite high though. So for some reason, people are still trading this even though it's not moving all that much, which is quite surprising. So to finish up, let me give you my final thoughts on all this. I've split the screen into positive, neutral, and negative, and there seem to be a lot of negatives that I associate with this project. But let's talk about the positives first. The advisors, absolutely great. The districts use Ethereum as a preferred payment method. This seems alright because we aren't just adding new tokens for circulation for the sake of it. And probably the biggest positive about this project is their desire to integrate more blockchain projects into their ecosystem. Instead of creating independent companies, what they're doing is actually making people do what they're good at for a bunch of different companies. Filecoin is great for storing files. Great, let's get them to do what they do best over here so that they can store files for our districts. Aragon, they do governance. Great, let's let Aragon govern. And that leads me on to the negatives, because I'll just say it. This concept is really confusing. Do we need another marketplace system like this? I think one of the use cases is great, which is the ETH project. But then after reading more into the ETH project, if someone doesn't pay somebody else for a service that they have explicitly hired them for, no one can follow it up. That is a deal breaker, a complete deal breaker. What incentive do people have to actually offer their services if there's no way of enforcing payment? That is a huge stumbling block, and I don't think it's within Aragon's ability to actually solve a problem like this. The next one is a huge problem, and that is the lack of profits. This is a business, this is not a charity. These servers cost money, the hardware to keep things up costs money, people need to be paid. Where are the profits? If everything is decentralized and no middlemen and no profits, where's the money going? What's happening here? Where is the incentive for people to keep developing this system? Profit is absolutely necessary in any company. Even Snapchat found a way to get profit into their system. So this is a massive, massive problem. If I'm seeing this wrong, and if one of you guys are watching this video and you know more about this than I do, please let me know. But this is a huge red flag. This is a massive red flag. How can a company not have any profit, nor plan to have any profit? This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And then the last negative is the price. Do you really think the price will shoot up when people announce the release of Meme Factory? Do you? Do you? I would love to be proven wrong, but I really don't see anything in this worth writing home about, if I'm entirely honest. So from this analysis, what I can tell you is that this isn't exactly a coin for me. If you think it is for you, then please let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Send me a message on Twitter. Let me hear your point of view, because if you truly believe in this, I'd love to hear what made you actually believe in this coin. But it isn't really looking like it's for me right now. Don't forget to like, do subscribe, and I'd love to hear your feedback on this. This is Mark from Crypto Simplified signing out. You have an awesome rest of the day. Cheers.